Hi, my name is James Whitfield, and I'm the founder and CEO of Ex-Offenders Resource Network. And today we have several of our board members here to talk about their views and what drove them to become a part of the Ex-Offenders Resource Network.
Hi, thank you for joining us. My name is Mary Cruz, and I've been in the staffing industry. The reason why I decided to take part in this program is because obviously I believe in it very strongly. I feel there's a need. Being in the staffing industry, I've come to learn, I've had people come in to apply for a job and they seem to be disconnected with that professional environment and even maybe the social environment. I've had a hard time placing them and helping them, and I started kind of helping them on my own and doing that. But I definitely saw a need for, I have all these open jobs, these companies that won't take them, and I have all these willing people to go to work and make a difference, and yet I don't have a place to place them at because of the guidelines with the criminal backgrounds or whatnot. So I believe in this cause. I saw a need for it, pretty much here to help help the gap people back to self-sufficiency, whatever it is, with the agency, whether it's education, whether it's job placement, skills, if they need help filling out an application, giving them tips on interviewing, to even a lending. That is my part with the organization, and that is the commitment that I would like to help with.
I'd like to comment on the position that you are in as a staffing person. And you have these companies that say, no, I don't want an ex-offender, but the fact that you participate in this organization is going to give you a lot of credibility in persuading them to give these people a chance.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Hi, my name is Heather Kennedy, Bordeaux. I'm a criminal defense attorney, and going off of what Mary said, before I became an attorney, I worked in nonprofits exclusively, and for populations, low income to sex trafficking victims to chemical dependency. But after becoming a criminal defense attorney, what I've really noticed when it comes to employment is that we expect in this country for people to come out of prison and be reformed. But the system, frankly, the fact is, the system is not set up to reform individuals. It is a punitive system. And so it is up to us as a community, if we really wish for people to reform, to give them the assistance they need to do that. And it starts with employment. Employment is the #1 thing that gives people pride in themselves, pride in their community, makes them feel like a human being again. And with 1 in 6 people being involved in the criminal justice system at some point in their lives, think about that, 1 in 6 people. That means 1 person is missing from every 6 families in this country. So, to me, our job as a board, and our job as a community, and our job as the government, and what we're asking for help from people with, is to help with the job training, to give people back the pride. 1 mistake does not define a life. If 1 mistake defines a life, then we all might as well sit down and never do anything again. Because God knows we've all made them.
That's absolutely true.
And I'll give it to you, there are some crimes that are seen as worse than others. And we acknowledge that. But we have to start somewhere, and if the prisons aren't going to do it, the criminal justice system isn't going to do it, then it's up to us. And we're people that are willing to take responsibility. So we're just asking for others to be willing to take the responsibility with us.
And my name is Steve Burston, and I'm a staff member with Ex-Offenders Resource Network. And my main reason for joining the organization as a staff member was because I wanted to give something back to the community. I have a long criminal background of recidivism in and out of prisons for many, many years before I actually took on the responsibility to participate in the community, to be a part of the community, like the attorneys say, like a commissioner and the representative from the staffing agency. I took on this responsibility because I actually felt a need to put something back into the community and also to keep myself on a straight and narrow path. I like the idea of ex-offenders being able to come home from prison and have a resource, and that's what we are, a resource for prisoners coming home to find housing, to find jobs and transportation, and also to get necessary help with any drug or psychological problems they may be having.
My name is Robin West. I'm an Anoka County Commissioner. And I see this as an opportunity in my position, the relationships I have with particularly the Sheriff's Office and the County Attorney's Office, that in the counties in Minnesota, we have oversight over people who are getting out of prison in that transitional time. And I have a lot of relationships with people in various counties, and I see that having the connection source network, ex-offenders, I'm going to be able to communicate our message to law enforcement in the attorney's office. And I look forward to being able to see the power that holds for our organization.
Okay. Hi, my name is James Whitfield, and I'd like to talk to you about Ex-Offenders Resource Network and how it was founded. It was founded out of the frustration of an ex-offender, myself, who after 8 years of repeatedly trying to get a job, kept getting turned down. So I sat down and I created an organization structured specifically to help ex-offenders not only here in Minnesota, but around the countryside, and we have connections in other countries outside of the United States. The whole purpose is to help the men and women feel comfortable because they have someone that they can relate to who has been in this very same position that they has been. And that we are there to help them in any way we can. We formed strategic partnerships with various employment agencies, and we work specifically right now with a Minnesota staffing agency, Atlas Staffing.
Thank you.
And Miss Mary Cruz. And as well as we work with Alliance Housing to help get housing, Stepping Stones Emergency Housing in Anoka, Minnesota. We would like to develop further partnerships to do much more work in the community as well as for those coming home. Our biggest drawback is we would like our government to pay attention to what we are doing here in Minnesota to helping others all across the country. And I believe with the team that we've assembled and our board of directors that we can accomplish many things. Let's hear from one of our other board members.
Well, obviously, we need to point out, too, this is not the entire board of directors. We just wanted to put in our input. I just want to talk a little bit about the computer training that's done. One of the things that Ex-Offenders Resource Network does is hands-on computer training. And that's everything from teaching someone basic computer techniques like how to use a keyboard, to how to use a mouse, to more advanced things as far as different operating systems from Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 8.1, Windows 10, which of course is brand new. Also teaching people coding, how to write gaming programs. Yeah. These are things that, you know, a lot of students in high school don't learn. You know, we've put this emphasis on what's called STEM in the public education system, and we're giving ex-offenders part of what that STEM education looks like. And that's done hands-on, as well as there's a lot of online training that can be done. And I think maybe we can talk about some of the online training.
One of the online training courses that I took was psychological and mental disorders. One of the other things that we also offer, other than the online education, we also help people with their resumes. One of the things that I do is write resume profiles for people who don't have a resume to get them a better job without a resume. But one of the basic things that we do when a person comes home from prison is help them with housing and drug treatment programs if they have any issues with drugs.
Okay, let me back up here just a second and talk a little bit more about the educational programs that we offer. We are working in a strategic partnership with an organization named Allison Incorporated, and online it's allison.com with one L. And what they do is they offer 750 free online education for accounting, anything from to basic computer technology, to the Microsoft IT Academy program, all the way to yoga. You can get a diploma or a certificate free of charge. The only fee is the certificate or the diploma, in which there is now a scholarship fund set up for that through Allison. But Ex-Offenders Resource Network, we can provide the programming, but we need resources to be able to do that. Now, let me turn here for a moment and speak with Miss Mary Cruz about staffing opportunities that Ex-Offenders Resource Network is in partnership with.
Well, Mr. Whitfield and I met, and we formed this partnership, because like I mentioned before, I had a lot of companies looking for work, not enough employees, and he approached me and he told me, you know, Mary, I'm working with this population of individuals that need placing. So we've developed this partnership, and with his help, I've been able to place a lot of people, you know, back into the workforce. You know, he prepares them, he gets them all ready to go with our partnership here, all of us together, sends them over to my organization, ready to go. Then I've been in situations where I've had employees of mine that are not even employees that he sent to me, you know, lose their housing and say, you know what, Mary, I might have to quit my job. You know, I'm in a situation, you know, I lost my transportation, whatever that is. And I've been able to come back to James and say, you know what, James, you've helped me. You know, you send me people, you know, what can you do for me? You know, I need some resources. I need, you know, this employee, they lost their housing. They lost their transportation, they're going to be unemployed, what can you do for me? And he's been able to set me up with, you know, some of the people that he knows with housing, shelter, food shelters, housing, temporary housing types of things, just because he's so connected and he knows so many people. You know, Mary, you know what, you know, even some of the employees, the one employee said to me, you know, Mary, I tried talking to them, I wasn't able to get, you know, I don't think I meet the guidelines. Well, James got me some names, said, you know, Mary, call this person, try them out, and see if they can help. You know, and it's made a difference, just having that relationship and that networking and kind of putting a name and a face behind, and, you know, just being able to say, you know, I believe this, I've been working with him, this works, you know, I'm kind of vouching for this person. You know, we've been able to get them the resources and kind of cut through the red tape and make things happen. You know, and we've been able to do it, you know, from scratch, you know, with very little to no funding. So again, we believe in this program. We would like to see it grow and get bigger so we can continue to help people, you know, and just expand it even more.